SWX Tonight starts right now.
Well, a series opening loss last night dropped the Mariners into a tie for the second wildcard spot, but the M's were hoping to regain sole possession of that lead this evening. Welcome to SWX Tonight. I'm John Collett alongside the one and only Neil Stover in the house.
Hey, well, with the Mariners needing a win against the National League team, John, who better to turn to than Hisashi Iwakuma? In 2 career starts at NL Parks, Iwakuma has never given up a run.
I like that.
He was trying to keep that going tonight against Ryan Sandberg and the Phillies. Already 1-0 Mariners in the first, and Logan Morrison with the slow ground ball back up the middle under Chase Utley's glove, so Dustin Ackley comes in to score. That makes it 2-0 Mariners after 1. Stayed that way until the 6th, but on a 3-0 pitch, Kyle Seager makes it 3-0 Mariners. Seager with his team leading 19th home run of the season, also a team leading 78th RBI. And then in the 8th, the Mariners playing out on 2 runners on when Mike Zunino singles through the left side. Robbie Cano and Logan Morrison come in to score to extend the lead to 5-0. But once again, John, Iwakuma the story in this one. In the bottom of the inning, he gets Grady Sizemore, the pinch hitter, swinging for his 11th strikeout of the night. That's a season high. Everything going the Mariners' way.
It's over, right? It must be over, right?
Until the 9th inning. Things getting dicey. Fernando Rodney trying to stop the bleeding with the tying run at the plate, and he gets Cody Ash swinging to end the game. Mariners survive 5-2 the final. Iwakuma still has never allowed a run while starting a game in the National League Park. That's a span of 22 innings.
Pretty good.
Mariners go for the series win tomorrow against Cole Hamels. James Paxton on the hill for the M's. Unfortunately for the Mariners, the Tigers also won tonight, so they remain tied for the second wildcard spot, 6 games behind Oakland A's for that first spot. Now, the good news is the next closest challenger right now, the New York Yankees, they're 4 games back in the standings, having lost tonight to Houston.
Going to be interesting here, obviously, with 6 weeks to go on the
Should be a
home
fun
stretch.
one.
All right, college football's earliest kickoff in more than a decade comes to Cheney this Saturday when Eastern Washington opens the 2014 season against Sam Houston State in the first and only game in America. Now, a lot of eyeballs will be on Roos Field's red turf come 12:30 in a game broadcast live on ESPN. Now, it's a big game not only in the sense that it sets a tone for the entire season, but also because of the national attention.
It's huge. I mean, it's absolutely huge. I mean, you're talking about a non-conference opponent, one that's, got the best of you in the last couple of years, a non-conference opponent that you're playing on ESPN with no one else playing.
Just got to be focused. You can't let all the cameras and everything on the outside get to you. Really just knock off social media and all that.
Man, that's huge. We're on a national stage. We've earned that right to be on a national stage, and I'm just ready to show out. I know that the rest of my teammates are ready to do the same.
Showing out. All right, SWX going all in with the Eagles for game day with a 1-hour pregame show live on our new high-definition channel 112 on Comcast for you. Now, join myself, Sam Adams, Bill Ames, and ESPN's Colin Cowherd from 11 a.m. to noon, followed by Inside Eastern Washington Football. It's a Hard Knock style show with behind-the-scenes access with the Eags. Now, it all leads up, of course, to that 12:30 kickoff on ESPN.
Well, the Eagles strike first in the college football world, but the Cougars aren't far behind. Washington State helps kick off FBS action a week from Thursday when the Cougs host Rutgers in Seattle. And after spending the first couple of weeks of camp down in Lewiston, the Cougs are back in Pullman for the long haul, and they're dead set on avoiding distractions that entails.
I think distractions, in Lewiston, we all stay in the dorms together. Here, we're all dispersed. We're going back to kind of that relaxing off the field, get our mind away from football. Or in Lewiston, everything's football. You eat, drink, sleep football, and here we got to kind of maintain that kind of mentality coming here. And I think we're doing a good job, but we could bump it up a notch. We need to in order to do what we want to do this year.
Well, as for the Whitworth Pirates, it's go time with the team just 2.5 weeks away from their season opener. Now, unlike the Division I schools, the Bucks have gone 9 months since putting the pads on, and they couldn't even wear helmets during spring ball. Now, that means the clock is ticking as this first-year coaching staff looks to get this team up and running.
Well, I think every year you start at ground zero. So we got to lay the groundwork, and I talked to our guys today about it's a process. And where we are in day one is not where we need to be in practice 19. We have 19 practices before our first game, and we need to make advantage of everyone, but it's a process, and we have to lay the foundation and then just keep adding layers as we go.
Well, let's head indoors now. The season ended on a sour note for the Spokane Shock, but the accolades keep on coming for defensive end James Ruffin. Ruffin was named the AFL's crossover defensive lineman of the year today after leading the league with a franchise record 14 sacks this season. And the first team all-arena defensive end also logged 3 forced fumbles and an interception return for a touchdown on the year.
Yeah, now Ruffin trying to make the Tampa Bay Bucks roster out there, trying to earn a spot.
I think he's got a chance. He was pretty dominant for the Shock.
He's working on those guns too.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Taking lessons. All right, hey, well, it's been over a week since Idaho high schools began fall football camp. Tomorrow, Washington schools will join them. Shadle Park and Mount Spokane kick off their first practices bright and early, going off at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Both schools represent 2 of the 3 programs in the GSL that will be with new head coaches this year. Now, it's just one of the many storylines to keep track of this fall, and as always, SWX and Northwest Preps Now will be your home for the most comprehensive high school sports coverage throughout the season, including weekly live broadcasts. Now, those broadcasts actually start a week from this Friday. That's August 29th, when Sandpoint, they'll host Post Falls.
Well, the Spokane Chiefs opened their annual fall camp on Thursday, but they'll do so without Jeremy McIntosh. The 19-year-old defenseman contacted the Chiefs over the weekend saying he's lost his passion for the game and is not coming back for the 2014-2015 season. General Manager Tim Speltz called McIntosh's decision a, quote, total surprise. Now, 19 players from last season's playoff roster will attend the camp, which wraps up with the red-white game on Sunday.
Yeah, big loss there for the Chiefs. Now, as for the Tri-City Americans, they open up camp tomorrow. The AMs have invited their first-year players to the Toyota Center for fitness training and registration for the 2014-15 season. The rookies will have their first true practice on Thursday, while the rest of the team reports on Friday. Of course, the Americans begin preseason play on August 29th against the Seattle Thunderbirds.
To the hardwood now, and yesterday, Mark Few and the Gonzaga men released their West Coast Conference basketball schedule for the upcoming season. Today, it was new head coach Lisa Fortier's turn. The Zag women host BYU on December 27th in what will be a big-time showdown to open conference play. That's immediately followed by 2 more home games. So to see the entire slate for the Gonzaga women, log on to our website, swxrightnow.com.
All right, time for a break here, but when we come back, football fever continues to take over the inland Northwest.
We've all got it. Eastern Washington beat writer Jim Allen will join us to break down the Eags ahead of Saturday's season opener. We'll be right back.